Jesteście ciekawi, jak prezentuje się nowa gra twórców Yakuzy, czyli Judgement? My też byliśmy tego ciekawi, dlatego specjalnie na zaproszenie Cenegi i Segi udaliśmy się do Londynu, by sprawdzić gameplay tej gry oraz porozmawiać z aktorem Gregiem Chun, który udziela głosu głównemu bohaterowi w angielskiej wersji tej gry.
Hi, my name is Grega Chun. I am the voice of Takayuki Yagami in the upcoming release of Judgement.
Tell me something about your character. What is his agenda in this game?
So Yagami is an ex-lawyer. Things went a little bit wrong for him in a case that he was working, and now he's turned into a private detective. And he's working cases, and he stumbles upon a case that, interestingly enough, ties into sort of the events that took him down in the first place. So he's trying to figure out what the heck happened.
And how weird is to give your voice to a game? Because I talk to a lot of actors, and they say like, they shut me in one place, and they tell me like, kick it, say it, kick it, in different styles.
That is very true. We have to do what are called efforts or exertions, and normally we do the dialogue of the game separately, so we can sort of stay in that narrative place. And then when it comes to do the combat stuff, that's just kicks, punches. Now you're getting hit. Now you're being set on fire. Now you got your arm chopped off, and so there's just all sorts of interesting ways to suffer and die, and we have to just kind of crank them out and hopefully get stuff that they want to use.
How many times did you die in this game?
Thankfully in this game, there wasn't a whole lot of dying. I don't even know if I die in this game. But if you're playing a character that can be, if you're doing Call of Duty or any of these games where there's, multiplayer sort of combat, yeah, you have to die in a lot of ways because there are all these different weapons. You need to die this way, that way. You're electrocuted. You get a freeze beam or whatever. And so either you're chattering your teeth or you're shaking because you're being electrocuted, or you're on fire and you're screaming like a crazy person.
The weirdest line that you had to do for this game.
Now this is a spoiler, so I don't know if I can say this. You might need to check with all these folks, but by far it's, now let's go find that lady's cat.
And your favorite one?
It's the same. It's my favorite one and the weirdest one.
What is your reaction when they approach you with the idea of the game? Did you receive the script, or you see some parts of the game before you go into character? How does it work?
All that I saw was the audition, and I did the audition. I actually auditioned for probably 10 different characters in the game. I auditioned for Genda and Ayabe and Okubo and everybody, and I do remember reading Yagami's audition and thinking, this is the role I would really want. And by the grace of the universe, I was able to, they cast me. And so that's all I knew was the audition. And then I was called in saying, you're playing this part. And I went in, and it's like, they sat me down and said, here's your deal. This is your character. And we just were off and running.
How do you look a character? Like, how do you work in your mind to set up the voice character for this one?
So there are different things that you do to prepare. One of them they sort of call setting the voice, right? And that's something that you do with your director and your localization team. And you just you put out they'll say, read a few lines. What are you thinking for this character? So you just sort of read a few lines in the voice that you think you would want to do. And they may say, we were looking for something a little bit bolder, or a little bit more this, a little bit more that. And then you adjust with them to find the voice, to set the voice. Now in this case, they pretty much wanted what I did in my audition. And so I think our instincts were very much in line. So I just pretty much came in, they said, read a few lines. I did, and they're like, great, let's go.
Are you a player? Do you play yourself?
I thought you meant, am I like a player, like... Yeah, I'm a bit of a player. No, I'm married. I'm not a player at all. I'm a big gamer. I love gaming. Since I had a family, I have less time for it. But anytime I can make the time for it, I absolutely love it.
And for last, can you invite our viewers to play the game, but with the voice of your character?
Yes. Hey everybody, it's Yagami here. Please give Judgment English Dub a shot. I'm really love to tell you the story of my life and what I'm going through right now. I promise you it'll be a lot of fun.